after the fact. I'm just going to be doing some side questing over on the islands of Delos and Mykonos today, which basically means I'm going to be playing through the old E3 demo for Assassin's Creed Odyssey. So, hop on. Hope you have fun. I'm just going to do some quick housekeeping here to plop this link on Twitter, and then we will get into it. So I'll sail forth.
Should we grab the salvage, Commander?
Sure, let's grab the salvage. Those are some big waves, wow. Where on earth did I get the link for this thing? Why am I so bad at this? Oh, am I? On the side? Ah, I just gotta go. Let's go to travel speed. Let's hurry this along. Get that link. Is someone vacuuming outside? The gall. How dare they try to keep our house clean? Doke. Now, let's get the chat to pop out, and here we go. All right, hello everybody. Let me just turn the ship around. Turn the ship around. Okay, cool. And there we go. Alrighty. Nope. Wrong direction. No. Hello, friends. That's a really cool statue of Artemis. Today I'm just going to be going through the E3 demo, so to speak, of AC Odyssey. I'll just be playing this little area of the map here, which is Mykonos and Delos, in the broader Greek world. We'll have some fun. Probably going to stream for about 2 hours, and then I'll go get some lunch. Jacob, Jake, AO, Logotaras, Jake again, Audrey, Charlotte, Audrey, Dwayne, and Cambria. Welcome to this stream for all of you people who commented early. That's the perks.
We'll make landfall here!
Oh, this is pretty. If nothing else, this is definitely the prettiest game I think I've ever played. Track the quest. Okay. Kaylin asks, is Odyssey worth picking up, Blue? I would say yes. If you like history, it's definitely really cool. If you're a fan of RPGs, I think it's got a lot of stuff for you. If you like Greece at all, definitely worth it.
The Delos Islands, two sides of the same coin.
Cutscene play out, but
Delos,
yes.
Sacred birthplace
Party
of
recommendation.
Artemis and Apollo, and Mykonos, where people do everything that's forbidden on Delos.
Sounds about right.
Read me the note again.
Oh man, I'm getting deja vu to the E3 demo.
That's you. Otharkis, cruel leader of Delos Islands takes money from our pockets and food from our mouths, all to feed his
Insatiable.
Yes! His insatiable thirst for power.
Odyssey is one of them, Barnabas.
Barnabas is the
Once
best.
hunting my family. Keep reading.
We are a modest but fierce group of rebels who'd pay you handsomely to help us overthrow our vile oppressor. I pray the winds guide you swiftly to our shores, Misthios. Our people are dying. Signed, Kira.
Sure,
I
we
should
came
go.
to do a job.
There is work to be done.
Gods forbid we enjoy a single moment on this glorious beach.
Does the note say where Kira is?
There are 2 locations marked. A camp along the northwestern coast and a hideout that looks like it's underneath the city.
Spooky.
This place seems...
Let's learn a little bit and then head off on our journey.
This island has a giant history, my friend.
We don't have time, Barnabas.
I mean, I'm the one who asked you the
I
question,
meant
so I
Mykonos
shouldn't be saying that.
literally has a history involving giants. Apollo was once friends with Hyperboreans from the snowy north, until one day they sent 2 maidens and 5 of their men to Delos with offerings for the son of Zeus. They were never seen again.
And Mykonos?
The island itself was built from the corpses of giants slain by the legendary Iraklis.
That's pretty badass. Okay, all right. Let's
It's
go
time I
find
met with
Kira.
this Kira.
I'll have the ship ready in case we need any immediate departures.
That was Kefalonia, and that was mostly your fault.
Ha! Here, Cassandra.
Here, Barnabas.
It's fun when the cute banter actually makes sense given the context of the story. So, for those of you who are watching, I am playing through some missions. They're not really like mainline story spoilers, so I'm gonna try to avoid getting too deep into the main plot. This is pretty much presented as a very elaborate side quest. Yeah, my goal is not to completely overload you guys with spoilers. But let's actually see. Why on earth am I going? First hideout is in a cave under the city. Second hideout is on a beach on the northwestern part of Artemis Hills. Let's start the way that all good Assassin's Creed tours should start, by getting as high as we possibly fucking can and seeing everything there is to see. Oh my god, it's like a little Venice over here. Look at this place! Oh my gosh! I haven't been to Mykonos in real life, but I've heard very good things.
Mykonos is a lot busier than Kefalonia. Marcos would like it here.
What is this? Is it just a pool on the side of the... Oh, man. We don't have stuff like that anymore. No? Okay, that's...
They'll be watching for me. I need to be careful.
It's been hard for me to come to grips with the fact that I'm actually quite bad at this game. No. Okay, Exhibit A. So what I'm going to do, for those of you who haven't seen the other streams, or for those of you who have, basically my goal is to side quest around, have some fun, answer any questions that you might ask me. In the chat, use the at Overly Sarcastic Productions. I do my best to respond to the comments, but there's a lot of them usually, so it's kind of hard to follow. So if you use the at OSP, or if you're feeling generous and you want to use a super chat donation, you can do that, and I will definitely see it because they make it big and colorful and easy for me to spot, because it's tricky to keep lots of things on screen and in mind at once. But I'll be talking about a lot of the history of stuff as we encounter it, so that's my hope at least. Wait, Icarus, come back. I need to find this cave thingy.
There's
Oh,
the
idea.
rebel hideout.
Cool. Was there another... Oh. Well, that's cool. Okay, I'll see that later. Let's go to the cave first. Let's find out what we're on about. Ayush asks, have you looked at the international trade that Rome was a part of? Not just Mediterranean, but to India and China as well. Quite interesting. Sort of. It's a tricky subject. I know there's not a whole lot of scholarship we have on it, or at least if there is, I'm not quite familiar with it. But my understanding of trade with China was that Rome loved Chinese silks, and it was actually a common plot point in a lot of the conflicts with the Parthians, that the Parthians were the road to Chinese goods for the Romans. So I want to explain this before I get in the Cave and Trigger cutscene. But India, I'm really not familiar with. China, though, I know there was a lot of kind of intermediary trade that went down. Gunsmoke asks, I gotta ask, has Blue met Alcibiades yet? Yes, and I banged him twice, true to form. I probably couldn't live with myself if I missed the opportunity to bang Alcibiades in a video game. I'm not quite Commander Shepard, but...
I'm looking for the one called Kira. I've come in response to a call for help. You missed.
It's my favorite line of the whole game. Oh, these are the best rebels ever.
Are you here to spy, Athenian? Or maybe you are Athena herself, dressed in a dirty disguise?
I'm wearing beautiful armor, thank you very much.
Sure, I'm a god. You think it's wise to throw blades first and ask questions later?
That's my job.
Podarkis and his men have been hunting and killing us without mercy.
Oh, I love it when this happens. It used to be really bad in old Assassin's Creed games where they just cut to something entirely different, and it took absolutely forever for it to load up. There's one famous example in Assassin's Creed 3 where a line of dialogue was literally cut in half by a white screen.
Until all who oppose him are dead. We are all that's left of the resistance.
After Poe Dameron got us all killed, this is all that's left of us. I want to watch episode 8 again. It's been a while. I only saw it once, and then I figured I'd...
This is the first night we aren't fighting for our lives.
Finish first.
And it could be our last. And suddenly, you show up.
What did I
This
say?
is
I'm a
why
god.
I'm here. It's your symbol, right?
You're the Mystios who bears the eagle of Zeus. My apologies. These are dangerous times for anyone waging war against the Athenian Empire and the Delian League. I am Kira.
Okay, 20 hours in, and that's the first time I've heard anyone say that Athens is an empire. And I
thought Delos was the
appreciate
heart of the
that,
Delian
because
League.
the whole
Athens'
imperialistic
pride and joy.
extortion plotline
We
has
were,
been pretty summarily
until
ignored.
Athens took the League's treasury away from Delos,
Thank you!
so they could build a statue of Athena mocking Apollo.
Okay, I've been
people
waiting
pleaded
for
with
this
Podarkis not to trust
angle of the
Athens with the
conflict
treasury.
forever,
But his
and I'm a
thirst
little
for
bit miffed that
power
it took
made
this
him
long, but I'm
deaf
glad
to
we're
his
actually
people.
getting to it. Ah, okay, cool.
Your note mentions Podarkis. I'm going to find him.
His house is on the coast, north of Mykonos city, but he's heavily guarded. We've never been able to get close enough without taking heavy casualties. This is why I sent for you.
If things are so miserable, why doesn't Delos abandon the League?
I know exactly why,
Podarkis sends
but
Athenian soldiers to collect money from us all.
yeah.
The moment that stops, Athenian ships will burn our islands to the ground.
Okay,
I came
cool.
here to help you deal with one
I like
man.
where they're... Well, I'll talk
Not
about this
go
in a
to
second, but
war.
I really like where they're going
Which
with
is
this.
why I sent word of a rebellion to the mighty Cassandra and Sparta too.
Podarkis discovered the other camp and sent Athenian soldiers to attack.
Malaka!
You and your rebels are too drunk to fight. Leave the soldiers to me.
If you think I'm going to miss a chance to kill Athenians, you're the one who's drunk.
No, still you. Oh, those guys are fun. Okay, once... are we out of the dialogue? Okay, so I was literally writing my script for the realism review of this game, which is the reason that I'm playing this game and streaming it, so I have a huge bank of footage, in addition to it just being fun for all of you all of you guys and myself. And one of the things I was writing today was that I find it strange and a little unfortunate.
Answer your call for help?
A polemarchos named Thaletas and a handful of Spartans landed on Mykonos not long before you.
Okay, cool.
It's their camp we're headed to, isn't it?
Thaletas needs our help now, though he'd never admit it.
Sounds Spartan, all right.
Okay, but what I was saying was it's really annoying and kind of unfortunate that they talk about, you know, Athens and Sparta all this time, but really don't address the fact that Athens was a mean empire to all of its big air quotes allies throughout the whole process. And I was saying, you know, okay. I was saying, you know, murder these guys. But I'm glad that they're addressing it, although I wish it still kind of got into the main plot line of the game a little bit more. I guess I can't expect a game this massive to... Is she going to kill the horse? Oh, okay. I was just going to fight that horse. I'm glad they're doing it now. I just wish there was more of it. So we'll see where this goes, because it's nice to get that perspective of just how awful... Kira, are you... Work with me, buddy. How awful Athens was for anyone in the Delian League who wasn't Athenian. Kira! Fucking move! You gonna do this? Okay, this is
Ella.
Kara!
Do not delay.
God, I'm just gonna go to the camp. This is awkward. There we go. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This is, let's just run around before someone knocks us over. I'm on a horse. Okay, this might not be the most efficient way to wage combat. Okay. I can't say I didn't see that coming. Oh, this move is really great. You just stab people. Nope. Okay. There we go. Well, it helped if the guy didn't die before I got a chance to kill him. I love this move. The Hero Strike. It took me forever to realize that it was an important thing to get. But, oh, am I gonna get hunted by bounty hunters? Yeah, probably. Oh, hey. Speaking of. Oh, shit. Not nice.
Well, that got the blood pumping. I should talk to the Spartan.
That didn't do as much as I was hoped. Okay, let's try this again. Hey, Spartans, are you just gonna ignore this this guy I'm fighting? Ow. Wow, that did not do a lot of damage. Oh, 2? Oh, jeez. This is bad. Okay, this is bad. I'm probably gonna die. Blue, have you ever read comics, and if so, which one? Asks Superlord, as I'm getting casually murdered. Thaletas, stop being a dick and help me. I didn't read a lot of comics much when I was younger. I enjoyed my, Batman the Animated Series and, some Spider-Man cartoons and stuff like that, but I really didn't read comics all that much. Okay, this, I'm just gonna let them kill me. Let's just wrap this up. There we go. But what I did do was I used to have semi-regular trips to a doctor's office for various health problems that have mostly been sorted out since. But, oh, threw me onto another person and stabbed me through him. But what I would do is that every time I went to the doctor's office, there was a, what's the word, a comic book store. And every time after I went, we'd go over to the comic book store and I'd get the next issue of Ultimate Spider-Man, which was basically like the run of comics that I read through. So I read the first like 20 or so big novels before all the Miles Morales stuff, because I think that came way later. The old Venom storyline I really liked, and the way they did the Green Goblin and stuff like that I thought was really cool. So that was pretty much my experience with comic books, was mostly that. I'm going to do the smart thing and pay off my bounty hunter right now so that I don't get murdered again, because that sucked. Alright, cool. Oh, Gloria. Would have been nice if you did the same thing for me earlier. Dick. I think a good Spartacus can't solve. Someone asks, Jake asks, hey OSP, have you seen any of the mythical monsters yet? I have not. I've fought some of the famous beast hunts that the Daughters of Artemis questline puts you on, but I haven't done any like super mythical stuff. Like, honestly, I don't even know what. Okay, I'm gonna pay off my bounty again because I don't want this to keep happening. I know there's a Cyclops in the game. I'm pretty sure there's a Minotaur. There's a decent amount of stuff, but I am not there yet. I think they're keeping it for the late game. I also know from various demos that there's a Medusa you can fight, which is pretty cool. I have been to some cool locations though. They've done a cool job with the first Civilization-y type stuff in this game, which I very much appreciated. But no big beasts yet.
That got the blood pumping. I should talk to this Spartan.
Yes, let's do that.
You fought well, Kira.
No, she was stuck on a horse for that entire fight.
You
Excuse
too?
you.
Spartan?
I was.
I was, but that was a long time ago.
Why would I lie?
Spartan blood is eternal, stranger. What's your name?
This is Cassandra, the one I told you about.
They call me Thaletas. I was Polemarchos to the Spartans here.
Was?
I mean,
Our
yeah.
ship was sunk. Our generals killed. There are only a few of us left.
We'll
We've all
affect us
lost
all.
friends to this war.
I'll talk about the war in a little bit too.
And we
Let
will
the
mourn them
cutscene,
later.
Go through.
She's right. We shouldn't be standing here drenched in Athenian blood.
I mean,
We'll
there
be
were
safe
things
in
to
the
do.
hideout. Let's talk there.
Will you come to the hideout now or meet us there later?
I'll meet you
There's
there
some
later.
things I want to see first. I'll join you both later.
Let's get our
Don't take
bearings
too
on this
long,
island a little bit
Mystios.
long. What was that sentence I just said? Let's get our bearings on this island, and then I think I may have said something that Kira said. I have a bad habit of being suggestible to words, where I read something and then I say it if I'm in the middle of another sentence. It's gotten me in trouble before. Let's see. Let's find the tallest thing in this part of the island and jump the fuck off of it. And then let's jump south. Oh, my former roommate is texting me. I'm watching your stream, bro. This is so weird. You know what's more weird? The fact that you're supposed to be in class right now. You're in law school, dude. We talked about this literally 2 hours ago. Get on it. Classic Emine. Classic. Love you, buddy. Oh, that's what I get for reading the chat. No, that's not what I wanted. I wanted to go over there. That was the wrong icon. Lycos ruins. Kill the alpha animal. Ooh. Take this. Oh god. I feel bad hunting these animals. My current roommate was on stream last week. He was a little bit horrified that I was killing so many bears. Artemis would be proud, though. Come on. There we go. Okay. What was I saying I was going to talk about? The war? Yeah. Lucas Wolf first. Let's get our horse. And Phobos is not available. Of course he's not. Let's run over to this this beautiful statue of Artemis. So Mykonos and Delos were two of the core, I guess I'll say, islands in the Delian League. Because if we look at the map, here we have, Attica, big Athens over here, and then all of these Aegean islands. In truth, there were, dozens, hundreds of them, but this game kind of compacts it down to really the big players here for the sake of gameplay, because having a million islands as big as this would suck. So these two islands, which were not actually this close to Athens, but anyway, Delos was the sanctuary of Apollo, and if I can find and it was the center point for the so-called Delian League, which was the Athenian League. The Peloponnesian League was, by some accounts, the same league as the one that stood up to the Persians in the first and second Persian wars, mostly the second, because the first Persian war was pretty solidly just Athens versus Persia. Because by the time that the war really came to Greece, most of Greece had actually, what's the word, for when you, like when you surrender. It starts with a C, I don't know. It had surrendered to, capitulated to the Persians very early on, because it's not fun fighting the Persian Empire. So the Peloponnesian League was, because all of the independent states that remained were, Athens and then the Peloponnesian territories. So that was the Spartan League, and it had still stayed pretty solidly in place throughout the decades after the war. Fuck you. Okay, there are a lot of dudes here. But the Athenian League was made independently after the conflict as a way for them to, as a way for them to protect the tiny islands of the Aegean from basically suffering the same fate at the hands of the Persians again. So it was essentially supposed to be a defensive alliance, but that very quickly went to hell. Oh, cool. Quest item, whatever. Very quickly went to hell when Athens started making the empire all about them. In the early days, like 470s, 460s, it was, ostensibly a team effort, but very soon after, Athens made it all about them, so they took all of the money that was on the treasury at Delos for the whole league. All of these islands are basically part of the Delian League. The treasury was on Delos, where all of the money was kept for mutual defense, for ships and soldiers and silver and resources. But when Athens built the Parthenon, they said, we're gonna move all of that money in here because it's safer within our walls than on this totally middle of nowhere island of Delos, which is false, because the Persians didn't have the navy to fight them, and the Spartans didn't have the navy to fight them either. So Athens was basically bold-faced lying for the sake of their own enrichment, which is why when Kira says, can't do that. When Kira says that the Athenians were extorting the people of Mykonos and Delos for their own gains, she's exactly right, and I appreciate that they're actually getting into that element of the conflict, because for the most part it was no, over there, that way, thank you. It was pretty ignored in the plot of the game before then, because people talk about the Delian League, yeah, but never the Athenian Empire, so it was really nice to actually hear a character acknowledge that, because I was worried that they'd go for a decent amount of the game without actually bringing up the fact that Athens was a aggressive, imperialistic player. My roommate says, just finished class, screw you, shitty ninja. Alright, that's fair. I brought that on myself. That was cruel of me. Where's that statue of Oh, hey. Is that? Yep, that's that's Artemis. What's that giant marble head doing? Someone asks, do you get to pick a side in the game, Athens or Sparta, or just do what pays? Unfortunately, you just do what pays. I guess the idea is that you, the character, you, the player, can pick who you decide to support, which is nice that they don't
Artemis
railroad
of the
you
wild
into...
land, mistress of animals.
Banger of nobody. But it's nice that they give you the choice to choose who you support, but really the way that it ends up playing out is that you pretty much just go to whoever pays you, which is not, you know, amazing in terms of gameplay, because your character has this big noble quest, and on the one hand, like, yeah, they're doing their quest and they don't really care what happens in the war, but a lot of the times it comes down to, I just want to get paid. So I don't know if there was a way to handle it better, but it's a little bit awkward in terms of how it works. Alistair Daniel asks, what do you think the most historically inaccurate Assassin's Creed game is? Oof. I don't know enough about the other periods in history that Assassin's Creed has been to definitively say if there's one that's especially bad. Let's check out what's over there. I know that Assassin's Creed 3 leaned into a lot of the history, and it ended up being kind of boring as a result because they didn't play it very well. It ends up being kind of stilted and wooded in a lot of places. I don't know if that really means it's historically inaccurate. I think they squandered some of their opportunity with the setting. Assassin's Creed Unity is rough because even though they have a lot of the important locations and a lot of the important figures, the fact that the game basically takes place entirely out of order, if you do any of the multiplayer side missions, any sense of pacing is completely gone. There's a whole bunch of lead up with the storming of the Bastille starting in the beginning, and the Reign of Terror is essentially over in about 2 minutes. But a lot of that pacing is hamstrung through. Come on, where is this? That's not what I wanted to see. A lot of the pacing is really ruined by the fact that it's dependent on which order you play the distinctly out of order multiplayer levels in. So that's probably my my most disappointing Assassin's Creed game in terms of historical realism. Oh, this guy's gonna die.
Who's that?
Come on. What? Ow. Asshole. Aha! I parried for the first time in this entire game. Someone asks, can I do some history on Australia? I plan to. Kithos Hills on Delos. Okay, another quest with the exact same thing. What to do? Kill the captain, burn the war supplies, loot the treasure. Okie doke.
This should help the Spartans gain an advantage.
So, sort of as an example, I've been helping Athens a lot just because of the missions I've been on the past handful of plot points, but now it's just, yeah, Sparta. So you go back and forth, and I get that you know, neither side is really the good guy in this. They both had a lot of bad things that they did over the course of the war, and I like that they're kind of getting into that. But it feels a little awkward to go back and forth so much. Ta-da. Excuse me, sir. Just going to steal this. Oh, I wanted to Sparta kick you. Oh man, I can't believe you depressed that. Someone asks, what's the pronunciation of hoplite? Is it hoplite or hoplite? Depends on several factors. Come on, land so I can kill you. There we go. If you're anglicizing it, hoplite. If you're Briticizing it, hoplite. If you're modern Greekifying it, off the top of my head, I'm not actually sure what that would sound like in modern Greek. I should know that. But then, of course, there's the ancient Greek, which, you know, what that's pronounced like is, you know, we have guesses, but it's still a decent crapshoot. We can't be 100% sure. So there are a lot of options for a lot of Greek words on how they're pronounced. Can I kill you? I mean, yes, but like, I don't know why I even asked. Oh. Oh no, he doesn't die, does he? Whoops. Alright, round 2. Yeah, not nice. Okie doke. Now time to get the last war supply. Did I do that? Wait, where's the... Come on. Oh! Right. It was right under my nose the whole time. Hey Blue, what do you think of how every soldier will fight to the death on sight? I would assume that at least some soldiers would ask questions instead of just kill. You're right. They probably would. I think, you know, on one level it's just for the sake of gameplay, because if you have AI that behaves inconsistently, it would be a huge source of annoyance for the player where, even if it's sometimes inconsistent in their favor, where it asks questions instead of just killing, people will get really pissed off if they bank on only being asked a question and then suddenly they get killed. I've been watching a lot of videos by a YouTube channel called Mark Brown, with a series called Game Maker's Toolkit. It talks a lot about video game design, a lot of Nintendo stuff in there. But one of the things that I really liked was his piece on AI in games and how predictable AI makes for good AI. So I think it's nice how in some games characters will break and run if you've suitably defeated a large force of soldiers. On the one hand, it's nice because it cuts the battle short when you've clearly just been mowing through people. But on the other hand, it's a... Oh, look at this little thing here. That's kind of cool. But on the other hand, where am I going? Give me a second. Is that the cave I want? Different cave. Okay, cool.
Come on.
On the other hand, it's a way to have the AI react in a way that seems dynamic when really it doesn't do anything to change how the player would approach a problem. Because when the player has to react to an AI being unpredictable, it becomes problematic. Speaking of people fighting, though, the one thing I wish we saw more of was phalanx warfare, because we have a lot of people fighting in big open order, but not a lot of... Okay, where the hell is this cave? I know I'm dumb sometimes, but like, geez. Oh.
Let's go.
Story, moral of the story, it was right under my nose the whole time. But I wish we had more phalanx-based combat. But I recognize that that's not necessarily the most fun thing, to just be one guy in a line pressing square to shove your spear at people.
How long till Podarchis finds this cave? We're right under his nose.
Well, if his navigation instincts are anything like mine, you guys will be fine.
He could find the statue of Artemis Agrotera if he was standing on her head.
From Uncharted, I really like the line, "You couldn't find your ass with both hands and a map." That one makes me laugh.
We know where he lives. I say we knock down his door and run our spears through his face.
That's a terrible plan.
The Spartan phalanx is impenetrable in a ground assault.
It's a shame you never use it in this game. Okay.
You
Yeah,
think with your
well...
heart. That's what I like about you. But you're a general. To those men now, you need to think with your head.
All you do is hide in caves and lurk in shadows. We didn't come here to hide. We came here to fight.
I came here for money.
But right now, we're outnumbered. We must be strategic. Cassandra, what do you think we should do?
Let's be strategic.
Kira's right. Taking them head on would be suicide.
Sailing here was suicide. Right now, my men are on the beach. That's where I'll be.
Then let us don't!
If you decide you actually want to win this rebellion, come find me.
Ah, Spartans.
Don't mind him. He'll be fine after he kicks something. But I'm glad you agree with me, Cassandra. Meet me at the Temple of Artemis. There we can discuss how to take down Podarkis.
Cool. Can we just do that here?
This is going to be a long rebellion.
Tell me about it. Why? Oh, there's a thing. Multiple quests. Oh, great. Okay. What is this? Woo! Oh boy! What do we have here? This is so cool. Man! Huh. That is so freaking cool. It's just a sunken kind of temple thingy. I feel like that's very Artemis to just kind of bury a bunch of statues of you in an underground cave. Anything to avoid human contact. She's just antisocial. That's okay. Some people are introverts. It happens. I'm an introvert. And yet I spend my days talking to thousands of people. I don't get it either. Alright, let's get out of here. Actually, wait. That way was probably the best way. Someone asks, how many historical accuracies have I found so far from Kane Fisher? I'm going to talk about it more in my full realism review video. The biggest thing, oh, this is the place where I was earlier. The biggest thing that bugs me is the fact that Sparta is presented as having a navy at all, which they absolutely did not until the very end when they borrowed one from the Persians. But it's cool. It's cool for the gameplay that it works that way, but it is inaccurate. So most of the inaccuracies in this game are down to it was done for the sake of making the gameplay more engaging, which I ultimately respect at the end of the day. Okay, I want that quest, and then I want that quest, and then what's over here? Oh, I need to talk to what's this guy? Okay, cool.
Don't exactly blend in, do you?
What's that supposed to mean?
Cassandra, I'm glad you came.
You told me to show up.
I'm glad you didn't throw another blade at me.
I know. You came all this way and I was cruel to you.
Well, you weren't the first, and you won't be the last.
Dilians are kind people. At least we were. Before him.
Podarkis.
That man's been hunting me my whole life.
Podarkis and others like him want me and my family dead.
He executed my family when I was very little. I survived on the streets. Was raised by hunters, rogue warriors, and mercenaries like you. They are my family now. And one day, I will fire an arrow into his black heart. One for every Dilian family he's destroyed.
I hope you have a lot of arrows. I like how it focuses on her quiver.
How do we get past his guards?
Soldiers need two things to fight. Swords in their hands and food in their bellies. Take them away and the guards fall.
Scouts reported Podarkis' supplies and weapons were stockpiled in the old ruins on Delos Island.
Alright, I can do that.
I'll go to Delos, find their stockpiles and destroy them.
Cool.
Return to me when Podarkis' supplies have been destroyed.
Can do. Untracked target?
I'm coming.
Oh, is that Podarkis? Okay, cool. Hades meet Podarkis, that's funny. That's very funny.
Mystios, you with the eagle. Over here.
How do you see my eagle? Whatever.
What's with all the whispering?
Shh. If the soldiers hear us, they'll kill me. You're the Mystios working for Kira and the rebels, yes?
Yes, and I'm not very secretive. None of you business. Yeah,
I
fine,
am.
whatever.
Yes, you are. Many whispers of your deeds, Misthios. Many whispers. Many secrets, too. About the rebel girl.
If you know something, spit it out.
If the soldiers see me, they'll kill me. Apollo knows they already tried. There's a house near the market, been boarded up for ages. Sneak your way in. We'll talk after.
Strange. I should find the house, see what this
M
beggar
for
has to say.
murder. That's funny. Someone says, unsubbing until you quit trying to be a gaming channel and go back to being an informative channel.
House is boarded up.
Well, I mean, we still have videos coming out every Friday. Nothing's changed. We're just also doing this now, and then in 2 weeks I'll probably stop when I finish the game, so... I'm sorry if you're upset, but
A child's.
we're not doing any less other stuff because I'm doing this. Red's still got plenty of
This
videos
woman
coming
was
out.
killed.
She's got one coming out on
Left me
Friday,
open
which
without
should be pretty
dignity.
exciting. I've actually been looking forward to this one for a long time.
An Athenian spear tip broke off in her ribs. A note was left behind. A warning from Podarkis. He was paying this woman to keep quiet. About what?
Kevin O'Neill, with a very generous super chat, says, you and I both know what this means, Blue. Sneaky sneak. Wait, why is everyone saying sneaky sneak? Did I say something? Or did I... Sometimes I don't remember what I say, even like a minute later. Okay, well, I will try to be sneaky sneak. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Yeah, Pink Panther theme.
A mother
Thank
and
you, Jake.
child. One engraved with the letter M and the other K.
Uh-oh.
Nothing else to find here. I need to speak with that strange
Oh, yeah,
woman.
no, I remember where this is going.
And what
Oh, the
did
beggar
Misthios
said it. Okay.
find?
A body. A woman. She was killed by an Athenian spear.
This is all?
There was a letter from Podarkis. Said he'd kill them
I
both if she
remember
broke
watching
her
this
silence.
quest on a gameplay in, like, June,
Why
but I
kill a
don't remember
child?
what
was his.
happened with it.
They could be listening. Now tell me, quietly, what else did you find?
The dolls. Engraved with the letters K and M. M is for Mater. You asked who I worked for. The little doll with the K, the child was Kira.
Yes,
Oh,
yes,
shit.
which means...
Kira's skills with blades started young.
And you and Kira's hope for the rebellion? God help us all.
What?
Unbelievable. If the child belonged to Podarkis and the child is Kira,
Oh, that's
make...
perfect.
My Zeus! Podarkis is Kira's pater.
And I'm an idiot.
Very wise indeed.
Kira needs to know.
Oh,
She'll
that
never
is
believe
funny.
you. Never. Her whole life she hunts the man who sent Athenians to kill her mother in front of her terrified eyes. But they got spared, little Kira. She escaped.
The girl who lived.
How do you know so much?
I was
an
there,
NPC.
Misthios.
Oh.
I protected the little one. The Athenians were so busy trying to kill me, Kira slipped right past their blades.
Kira needs to know Podarkis is her father. But I won't confront her until I have proof.
The woman came to Podarkis' house one night, begged me to give him the doll Kira made for him.
If Podarkis had it, he might have kept it somewhere.
Only the gods would know.
I will find this doll.
Now,
That can only mean
Misthios
one
knows
thing.
who she was.
Kira loved carving dolls. Oh man, that's good. That's the benefit of a true open world RPG where your choices impact the gameplay. Viking Mischief asks, "Hey Blue, been loving the history gaming streams. Love learning how the Greeks got the name Graiki. What's Misthios mean?" Good question. Hades meet Podarkis. Let's not go there right now. What other quests do I have? No. Shush. No. No. Okay. M for Mater. Hades meet Podarkis. Kill Podarkis. Okay, I can honestly probably do that. Oh. Yeah, 835, where's that? Is that on the other island? Yes, it is. Okay, let's not do this right now, because we'll kill Podarkis later. Let's go over here, do this, oh wait, no, that's not what I want to do. Okay, let's yes, kill Podarkis. No. We're gonna steal the doll, and we're gonna go talk to
Somewhere in his
Thalatas.
house. I'm going to find it.
Okay, cool. Don't want to take the wind out of the sails by...
There's the door.
There we go. Oh, the name Mystios. So I actually watched a great video about it this morning from a channel called Archaea Historia. Cool guy, good stuff about Greek history.
This place is well guarded. Need to be careful.
Yep. Oh, you have fun with that, buddy. But Mystios means wage earner, I think. Okay, sneaky sneak. I said sneaky sneak. Yay. Sneaky sneak stabby stab. No, come on. Okay, you know what? But it's in reference to the fact that they were blades for hire, more than warriors. So it's in contrast to the idea of Greek soldiers all being citizen soldiers who fought for their own polis. Oh, hey buddy. Fancy seeing you here. So the contrast between... Yeah, wooden doll.
The doll Kira made for him.
Cool.
She engraved it with the letter P. For Pater.
So in contrast to
the...
Come on.
Well. Blood is everything to some people.
Okay.
They could abandon her if they knew Podarkis was her father.
Oh, hi mom. Welcome. What was I saying? Oh yeah, but it's because they were blades for hire. That's where Mystios comes from. It doesn't actually literally mean fighter, which is cool. It tells you a lot about the values of certain people when you can understand what the etymology of their words really means beyond just the literal definitions. Athenians? What the hell are you doing here?
I have now.
No, you don't. New quest. Cool. I'll do that later. Kevin O'Neill says, Red made the mistake of mentioning the unofficial Discord last livestream. There was already a civil war and a succession. Fun times LMAO. I know that we have a subreddit, which I haven't actually used much. I should probably do that. And I actually don't know how Discord works at all. So I've never been on it, unfortunately.
Where's Kira?
She's...
Miss me already, Mystios? Kira, there's something I need to tell you.
That look on your face, so serious. Sit, relax, drink some wine.
What I'm about to say is for you alone.
Follow me.
Time to break some bad news. It's okay, guys. Keep drinking. Don't worry about it. Yes, loading screens.
Now that you have me all alone, what is it you want to tell me?
There is no other way to say this. Podarkis is your father.
There's no other way to say this. You were really good at carving dolls when you were younger.
What sort of joke is this?
This isn't a joke.
I will kill you where you stand!
Try me.
This can't be.
Kira, I'm sorry.
He took everything from me. How did you find this?
Yeah, I'll be
found your
upfront.
old house. I know about your mother.
I can still hear her screams. A storm of blue armor and red blades tore through our home. I had to run through Mater's blood to escape. I never returned to that place.
It was best you didn't.
It's good you told me in private. The men don't need to know this, not yet.
Yeah.
But please,
Good thinking.
leave me for a while. I need to be alone.
Someone asks, is it the accent or is the voice acting a little off? All of the voice actors are actual Greek speakers. Some of them are from Greece, some of them are from America. A couple are from Canada because Ubisoft, Canadian, obviously. But pretty much all of these accents are genuine Greek. Some of them are a little done up and kind of overblown, but for the most part, it's pretty authentic, which I very much appreciate in how they put it all together. Really, guys? Ligma Saucon jokes? Oh my gosh, I can't believe you. Only Sugandese people would be so crass as to make those jokes. Sugandese nuts LMAO! Anyway, where am I going? Let's go talk to... Let's go talk to Theletas. Oh, am I going through the wrong way again? I need to get better at navigating these tunnels. Yeah, this is definitely not the most efficient way to get out of here. Nope, especially if I can't even climb up the wall. This is embarrassing. Okay, Cassandra, work with me. Oh, Jesus. Up the freaking door! Okay, cool. That is definitely the absolute most inefficient way to get around. Someone asks what I think of the Godzilla anime. Haven't seen it. Didn't know there was one. Not much of an anime person normally. I watched Avatar a while ago when it aired, but that was a long time ago, so I've forgotten most of it. Ooh, that's a pretty shot. I'll admit I watched Naruto a lot until they got past the like 20 episode long fight at the Great Hokage Bridge, and then they were running about 3 months of filler, and I said screw this, and then I was out. And I haven't really done much in the way of anime since. I like animated shows. I love Spectacular Spider-Man. I mean, obviously not an anime, but an animated show nonetheless. Really great cartoon. Good version of the character, in addition to just being a fun show. But not much of an anime guy. I did like the 2014 Godzilla movie, though. Really liked that. Thought that was really fun.
Eagle Bearer, my name is Herodianos, second to Thaletas in battle. The dogs of war howl for blood, and thanks to you, Sparta now howls back.
Oh no, I've started
Sounds
off
like a lot of
a giant
howling.
argument about whether or not
Fight with
Naruto
us.
is an anime.
Together
I'm
we'll
sorry.
run our shields through their
I didn't want to do
skulls
that.
and spears through their hearts.
I'd be
focus,
honored
bro.
to fight with Sparta.
To battle!
Oh wait, are we doing this right now? Whoops. Uh-oh. Cave Crystal says, hey Blue, Boris asks what you think would have happened if the Ottomans won Vienna. They would have lost it minutes later. Honestly, okay, I've made a mistake here. I didn't want to do this. I have not weakened them anywhere near enough. You know what? I'm just gonna die. I'm just gonna have a noble end. Because this is, I didn't realize this is what I was signing up for. Come on. Out with it. Here. You look like you can kill me. End my suffering. Alright, let's see what's going on in the chat. Leslie F says, you said Apollo is your favorite Greek god, but who's your favorite goddess? Probably Artemis. There we go. That's what oh, gosh. Ow. Probably Artemis. I think... Oh, is it going to put me back in the battle? Please don't. Please don't. Because she's kind of off to the side, not really involved in a lot of the Olympian drama, but she's got her thing. She's pretty badass. And she has a lot of that moon imagery, so... you know, not quite Helios, but with Apollo and Artemis, I've got my my astronomical cycles all accounted for. Okay, come on. Make it work. Ancient Greeks would offer a prayer, something, something, something or other. Interesting thing about Greek mythology and Greek religion was that relationships between gods and humans were always seen as reciprocal. So that a lot of prayers, if you look in the Iliad and the Odyssey, start with, "Oh, Ares, if I have ever, honored you through sacrifices before, please help me now in this time of need," sort of as a way to say, like, "Hey, look, I've sacrificed for you. I've held up my end. You help me out too." So it was a cool back and forth that they did. Okay, what am I doing? What are my quests? I guess I can just... No. Okay. Hades me Podarches, cure with the cause, destroy the things, creating opportunity, call to arms, talk to the Spartan Polemarch. Okay, cool. So that's just the big fight. Then I gotta do that. Or I can start the quest called the Thaletas Way, which is all about... okay. So let's... I kind of want to save Podarches for Kira, so let's go back up here, and then hop over to Delos to figure out what's going on with these rebels. Let's do that. That sounds like a fun thing to do. And then we'll hop back to Kira and let her kill Podarches. Actually, probably shouldn't have her kill Podarches. I don't know. At the end of the day, this doesn't really matter. I just happen to know a lot of the ways this can play out because I've seen a couple different playthroughs of this game with the E3 demo, so I feel like I need to get the best ending, which I guess is the opposite of what choice-driven RPGs are all about. Because on a stream is not the time to be picky about what order I do things in. Oh well. Have I ever played the Total War games? Asks Boris. I have. I played Rome 2 a couple weeks ago with a friend, and I was garbage at it. I was so unbelievably bad. I tried to use real ancient Greek and Roman battle tactics, but it just was not happening. I lost every battle that I fought. I played in the campaign for the Rise of the Republic. Uh-oh. Oh, it's a wolf. Is that it? Okay, that was kind of dumb. But I was playing as Syracuse in the Rise of the Republic campaign, and I got bodied by Carthage. It was unbelievable. I've really never been trounced that badly in a strategy game before. It was honestly embarrassing. Then after that, I tried to do a couple isolated battles, and I just got wrecked. One of the weapons that I made excellent use of was a very famous weapon called the Beehive Onager, which was a catapult ballista type thingy that literally launches beehives out at your enemies, and it gives them debuffs. It was hilarious. It didn't work, but I had a great time with it. Oh, uh-oh. It's the third horse I've drowned on a stream. Is there a boat I can get anywhere to hop across this island to go to Delos? Miltiades Fort. Sounds complicated. Please, a boat. Anything? Aha! A boat! At least I can go back to the Drestia, and then make my way across, because I don't think this can handle that kind of open water. Oh, there's a thing. I can probably loot it. Opinions on Hera. Shipwreck of Ajax. Oh, what's he doing here? She's pretty mean, but also, like, if you see the way Zeus treats her, I feel like you get it. Uh-oh. No, 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 no. Don't die on me yet. Let's probably run into a bunch of sharks on my quest for stuff. Nope. Catch me, Poseidon. that's sand. Oh, it's over the edge. Okay. Odyssey really holds nothing back with its sandbars. Just drops off the face of the earth. Where is this thing? Oh, that's one. No sharks. Pleasant surprise. Oh, Theletas helmet. Okay, that's the quest. Cool. Oh. No. I'm busy. I want this treasure. I am lazy. Okay, time to die. Oh dear. This might not go so well for me. Curse you, hubris. Oh no, I'm fine. Absolutely no negative consequences. Where's my boat? There's my boat. Hey Blue, I don't know how much you know about the Greek religion, but I was wondering what the Greeks thought about Poseidon. I know the Romans were terrified of him. That is news to me. I'm not the biggest expert on Greek and Roman religion. That's really more Red's department.
I'm meant to be out this far.
But I can understand why the Romans would be terrified of Neptune, because they really didn't have much of a navy for the longest time. And even still, their naval efforts were often not very well orchestrated and fraught with troubles. Kill the polemarch, yeah, not what I want to do right now. But I can see why the Greeks were probably a little more chill with Poseidon, even if they kind of kept an eye on him, because Greece is very tied to water, whereas Italy is much more of a solid land mass. So I would imagine, yes, the Etereskia. I'd imagine the Greeks, if they did have any wariness for Poseidon, were pretty relaxed with like making your offerings and just being careful, whereas I'm sure the Romans actively thought Poseidon was always out to get them. So that's not authoritative. I really can't say with any degree of certainty if that's the case, but that would be my best guess.
Ready when you are, Commander.
Because although it may seem like I know everything that I'm talking about, I only know so many things, and the rest is just conjecture. But it's asking good questions that allows that kind of discussion and debate to happen. So I appreciate your good questions.
We are pulling up to that salvage.
Matthias asks, what do I think of contemporary history, particularly the French and Russian revolutions? Sorry to say, probably a disappointing answer, but I really don't know a lot about it. I mean, I know the French Revolution happened. I know the basic ideas of, like, storming the Bastille and the National Assembly, third estate, all of that stuff. Reign of Terror. But details I'm very sparse on, and Russian history is even more obscure to me. So sorry to say, but I'm sure it's very interesting, but it's just outside of my wheelhouse. Basically, everything after the fall of Rome is murky, except for the Byzantines, which even still I don't know a whole lot about, and Italian history. Venice I know about through a lot of that time up to the fall of the Venetian Republic. The Ottomans I know about, but outside of a handful of pockets, those areas are a little bit dim for me off the top of my head. Ooh, that's a cool temple. Let's see, what do I want to do? There is... Okay, nothing over there. Let's go over there. Yeah, let's go to that cool-looking city. Someone asks, could Alexander have defended Greece from Rome? Depends on the year. If you're talking about Alexander in his time, then absolutely, because the Romans were nothing to speak of in that day. They really didn't have anything going for them for another century until the Punic Wars really got going. There's sort of an account of a letter being written to Alexander by the Romans that says, "Oh, you better not come over here.
He spilled blood on sacred soil.
Oh, Socrates, what are you doing here? But yeah, probably would not have been very hard. If he could take Persia, then
Socrates,
nobody Rome
you just make friends
wouldn't have
wherever you
been
go,
much of
don't
a
you?
fight.
Cassandra, what a pleasant surprise. What brings you to Delos?
Side questing. Oh. They probably wouldn't want to know. I came to hear you
Once I
speak.
heard the great Socrates was on Delos, I raced over to hear his words of wisdom.
Ah, but what are words? Can they be wise,
Oh, this is
or
the
are
good
they
shit.
simply words?
Oh, no, you don't.
No.
I'm not getting sucked into one of these
No, I
debates.
am. Let me have
Now
this.
there's a situation I would
Damn it.
love your opinion on.
Fine.
Soldiers captured the rebel. He stole from the sanctuary to help finance the rebellion. When guards attempted to apprehend the man, he killed one of them.
Murder on Delos. They're probably going to kill him.
Indeed, though it's illegal to end his life here, so he awaits his fate to be transported to Mykonos.
Where do I come in?
Would you say this rebel deserves death? That killing him brings justice?
I know what the let's see. If you want to go into 10 books of this, I'll click to find justice. Well, no, let's see what he says.
by asking you this. What exactly is justice?
You have 10 hours?
A brilliant question. He stole, which is wrong.
But it was for the freedom of his people, which is right.
He killed a man.
To save his own life.
He broke a sacred law, one he knew honored the gods.
So you're saying he can kill and steal, but stain the earth, and he should have his throat cut?
I am saying nothing, but when we stray from the law, are we not like the animals?
Indeed.
You know my opinion on that. Can I go now?
Of course, of course. There's just one more thing.
There always is.
The rebel is being held north of here in the Estiatorium. They're shipping him to Mykonos tomorrow.
Wait, all this just to convince me to save the man?
Convinced, never. Though I am curious, now that you know where he's held and why, would you save him?
I'm going to pay this rebel a visit. Sounds like we have a lot in common.
I thought you might, though I have no drachmae to give, only knowledge. Which one should prefer, for it is perpetual, not transitory.
Well, that's something, I think.
Oh, Kevin O'Neill coming in clutch with the separatist Discord code. Okay.
Ah, Cassandra, seeing you on Delos.
Oh,
Still,
Hopefully.
didn't do it yet. Okay. Do I have the quest? Give me the quest. Socratic method. He's on Delos. Western part of the birthplace of Apollo. Blah, 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 blah. He's north. Let's... Okay. I have one quest that takes me... Oh. Where's my other quest? Let's see. Oh. Cure with a cause takes me north. But where's the rebel being held? Is it the same place? Oh, okay, I need to actually find him. But he's... down here? Oh, is he? Western part of birthplace of Apollo. Oh, okay, he's right there. Cool. Well, let's climb this temple and get the viewpoint, and then move our way on. Oh, look at that. Gorgeous Corinthian columns. I should have checked. I don't know if the columns in Corinth are actually of the Corinthian style. I didn't look. Oh, wait a minute. These are sort of Corinthian, but they have those little ionic spirals on them. That's really cool. Nice frieze of... It looks like... Oh, boy, is this the Gigantomachy? Yeah, you know what? I bet it is. That looks like Athena over there, getting ready to stab a dude. That's cool. Can I... Statue of Apollo. Okay.
Careful. Don't want to be caught here.
Can I make this jump? Parkour! No. Darn. There's any number of butt jokes I could make, but wait, no, come on. I don't want to be an ass. Yeah, there we go. That took me a second. The Laughing Shotgun says, where would you like the next Assassin's Creed game to take place? What historical events would be interesting to look at through Assassin's perspective? Honestly, after this one, I don't know where they could go. That would be more exciting to me than this, because this is pretty much it. Like, it's everything I'd ever want in an Assassin's Creed game. So I don't want to say anything else would be a step down, but like this is pretty much the peak for me. Someone yesterday said that it would be cool to see sort of like Arthurian era, like quasi-Celtic Assassin's Creed.
I wonder if the Delians left any silver behind.
If by the Delians you mean the Athenians, then no. So this used to be where all of the Athenian money was kept, but then the Athenians realized, wait, this is our money, and then they took it for themselves. Oh, hey, buddy. Sorry. Oh, hey, Red's in the chat. What's up? Everybody say hi to Red. I should scope this place out a little bit better. Okay, guards. Cool, cool. Sweet. Let's go. Let's go. Metal Gear. Or, as the lady says, sneaky sneak. Battle Plate of Ares. Ooh, I am intrigued. Eh. This one's cooler. Do I have any new duds? Nah. Okay. New shoes? No. New swords? Sort of. Warrior damage, plus no warrior damage, assassin damage, let's do. Spot that. I am probably going to go with... let's go with the bigger one. The higher damage numbers. Is this better? Damage, assassin damage. Okay, now let's stick with this. Let's not get too bogged down in the inventory. Over there is the next one. Let's steal some stuff. Woo! You saw nothing. Except death!
Kira will come and kill you all. Roll back to where you came from, pigs. This is the land of Apollo. I'm ready. No chance.
Come on. Triple kill. Nice. Let's have a... Actually, I'm going to steal this first, and then we'll have a chat. Wait. Can I... How's this work?
Thank you, Mistios. They were going to kill me, but you killed them first.
There will be more. Hurry, follow me.
Yeah,
I saw
let's
you.
get out of here.
You loved spilling blood on sacred soil, just like me.
That...
I'm nothing like you. Now shut up and follow me before you get us killed.
Death to our oppressors, and anyone else who tries to claim the Delos Islands. Delians are free.
More Delians will die if you don't shut up.
I don't like the way this guy's talking.
I'll scream till my lungs bleed, and all soldiers are dead.
Malaka!
Can I talk to you?
You have a very loud mouth. You could have gotten us both killed.
Then our sacrifice would set fire to the hearts of the rebels. Then cast every non-Delian into the sea for Poseidon to chew up and spit out.
You realize I'm not Delian. The Spartans who fought and died for the rebellion are also not Delian.
Athenians want these islands for our wealth. The Spartans want these islands for Sparta. I won't let them have it. We don't need them. We don't want them. Delians should rule Delos alone. Now, if you don't mind, I'm going straight to Kira. The rebels must leave their caves. The time to attack is now.
Yeah, I'm not gonna let you do that.
Can't let you go back to Mykonos alone.
I knew it. You're one of them. You don't belong here. I'll send you and your kind to the Styx.
Well, speaking of sticks, I have a spiky one that... Yeah, okay. Now, speaking of getting sent to the Styx, get in the boat. Oh, you know what? That's fine. Oh, this is so pretty! Look at this! Oh, that's a bounty hunter. Don't like the look of that. I'm gonna hide. Come on. Run right past me. No? Okay, well, I'm gonna pay him off. Boop. Sweet. Alright, let's run north, check out the Sacred Lands of Artemis, and then hop down to Socrates. Do I have a horse? I do have a horse. Come, horse. Oh, that is gorgeous. Sorry, I'm subjecting you all to my photo moding. Ah, look at that. Beautiful. Ta-da. Okay, it's another war camp. Don't care. Let's go a little bit closer to the viewpoint. Yes, let's track that quest, shall we?
ruins.
Uh-oh.
This is where I'll find Podarkis' weapons and supplies.
Oh, cool. Never mind. Okay, cool. Cool. Caves. Uh-oh. Yeah.
Fighting me would be your last mistake.
Well, so much for sneaky sneak.
Watch where you're going. They're getting away.
Wait, can I do this?
I see her.
Damn it. Oh, so much for me having any sense of competence in this game. Super like. Has everyone migrated over to the Rebel Discord? Trying to follow the chat. Ow. You know what? To that I say, piss off. Oh my gosh. You really go so far. The best one is that if you kick people who are unaware, they go flying. It's fantastic. Now let's see if I can stealth this part of the game. Viking Mischief asks, do you ever get a shield like a proper Greek warrior? No, sadly, that's a gameplay element they changed from Origins. I can see why. It makes the combat a lot faster paced, and you're more on the move. It's like the choices they made between Dark Souls and Bloodborne to give you an option for a counter, but not for an outright block. So, like, I get why they did it from a game design perspective. Although it would have been nice to have, a shield of some sort. So, win some, lose some. The nice thing is that Origins isn't going anywhere, so if that's the kind of gameplay you really love, then you are still in luck.
A supply crate.
Toby.
Should destroy these without attracting attention. Who knew rebelling was this much fun?
This bitch full of supplies. Yeet.
Podarkis' troops will be helpless.
Uh-oh. I definitely need to up my yeet game. One of my friends had a whole, living meme about yeet and, the past tenses of yeeting to be Jotun, yeetology, the study of yeeting. It's first grade, SpongeBob. Where am I going? That looks Mycenaean. You? Aha. Let's check out this cave first. Tomb of Brizo. Not sure who that is. Womp. Aha. Screw your wall. Okay, last time I got murdered by snakes and spikes. Let's try to not do that this time. Beware grew in the darkness. What compelled early Roman dictators to give up power after a year? Was the idea of civic duty really that strong? Honestly, yeah. Roman dictators were usually only appointed in times of severe crisis, so think of people like Cincinnatus, who was a humble farmer who came to Rome's aid to help them in some conflict, I forget. Snakes! And then went right back to his farm the second it was over. That was the idea behind a lot of early American politics with George Washington. He really viewed Cincinnatus as, hey, die. He really viewed Cincinnatus as a role model to follow the example of, which is why American politics for so long was modeled on the Roman state, because it worked for a long time. But it's after a certain point when people realize, hey, I can game this system for my own benefit, and then everyone starts doing it, and then it's just a mess, and we get a situation not unlike one that we have now. But in the early days, yeah, Roman dictators really did have the sense of duty, because they knew that the institutions of the Senate would push back against any power they had, because in the days before, every famous and wealthy Roman had an army up their sleeve. No one person could really take that kind of power. And for as bad as American politics is, at least we don't have private armies under the command of individual senators, because that is when you're really screwed, and we're not there yet. So there's still a lot to be said for how bad things are not yet. We still have a lot of things in place, even if politics are genuinely pretty bad, and I'm probably opening up a humongous can of worms by talking about this, but you asked about this, so this is your fault. Oh, what was that? Was that a thing of light? Or was it trying to give me a hint? But, oh, snakes. But, yeah, it's only after the reforms of Marius that Rome really started going downhill, because anyone could step in and then have a private army up their sleeve and just get whatever they wanted. Ow. Why does it always have to be snakes? Could be worse. Could be sharks. Ow. Ouch. Shit. Come on. What's this?
Damn! That's
Ow.
good leather.
Are you kidding me? Oh. Right. Okay. Can I light anything up? Yes. No. You. And... okay, well, fine. Die, snake. Oh, okay, it's like a sort of staircase thing to get back up. Bene. Now I have a way back up in case I fall, said Ezio. All the time. I'm gonna go through here, because I don't know where I'm going. Aha! Perfect. Come on, in you go. Load. Red says, could be sharks. That'd be hilarious. Just a bunch of sharks flopping around in this ruin, ineffectually snapping at your ankles, all with inexplicably long beards because they've been in there for hundreds of, if not thousands of years. That'd be funny. Now which way is out? I've had troubles with this before, and I can't imagine this will be any easier for me. Oh shit! Heavy Athenian breastplate. Cool. Uh-oh, yeah! Ah. Not fun. Alright, out we go. It's worse than the, sorry, better than the one where, I ran into a pit full of snakes and spike pits. That sucked. Alright, let's get out of here. Nope, that's gonna set me on fire. Oh, alright. Out we go. I would sing Hercules, but I got a copyright strike the last time I did that, so I'm not gonna do that. Let's see. Alright, last one.
I don't want to be spotted here.
Good thing there's no one alive. Alright, rare discovery.
Break their supplies, break their will. That should do it. Kira will want to hear about this.
Find me in a pile of apples guarded by snakes. Sounds horrible. No thanks. What's to be found over there? Okay, let's climb this little statue. Not bother with the beach. And then head back to show those Athenian scum what for. Oh, there's several entrances. That's cool. Do any of you have a favorite type of historical weapon? Asks Rose Artemis. You think there's one that's underrepresented in current media? A couple of YouTube channels recently, Shadiversity and Lindy Beige, in collaboration with Scola Gladiatoria, throwing a lot of names you might know, did a series of videos, just a handful the past week, about why the spear is a much better weapon than Hollywood in particular, and just common historical pop culture gives it credit for. That's really nice. That's a good shot. Cool. But the spear is often viewed as sort of second fiddle to the sword, but it was in almost every combat scenario much more effective because of that reach. Especially if you're in a, even the most rudimentary formation. Oh, it's a giant bear. That. Let's get murdered. That sounds fun. Woo! What was I saying? I don't know. Oh, spears. Spears were super effective because you only needed a stick of wood and a tiny little bit of... Can I shoot you? 27. Let's try. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay, that was good. It cost almost nothing to make. It was super easy. The blades wouldn't bend like they would if you're making a sword. That was basically useless. Ooh, ow. The spears were by far the much more effective weapon in almost any combat scenario. Wait, Red, I see you saying something about a daikatana. Is it literally two katanas? That's amazing. Oh, is that not even... oh, I thought it was one of the mystical beasts of Artemis that I had to slay. Oh well. Literally big katana. Oh. Cool. You. Green... Oh, that's probably going to be the quest about killing the bear. Awesome. Phobos not available. Give me my horse, damn it. Hugh Six Mercy says, "Hey Blue, do you think there's any merit to the theory that ooh, no road fair enough, that the Mycenaeans came to Canaan and became the biblical Philistines at the end of the Bronze Age. I don't know. I know that that period in history, the Bronze Age collapse, is a humongous barrel of several thousand worms. I sort of address it in my video about Ramses on how I'm never going to talk about the Sea People just because it's not worth it. There's really not enough historical consensus to get behind, and any one idea that you throw your hat behind will inevitably engender anger from the other 20 gazillion camps on the issue. So probably won't cover it in much detail. Extra Credits has a good video about it, but I don't think it's worth talking about because we really can't be that specific. There's almost nothing to go on. It's like, okay, here we go. Let's do this first. But yeah, I know there's some theories about various peoples settling in various places in the post-Mycenaean Bronze Age world, and how you can kind of trace the etymology of names, but that's a little bit of a stretch. And it probably doesn't tell us a whole lot about what they were like beyond. Like, oh, maybe these people weren't here, but I don't think you can put too much credence in any.
You're bleeding. A lot.
Yep.
Come to turn me into the priests?
Depends what you've done.
Don't know if anyone told you, but it's illegal to die on this godforsaken island.
What kind of
So I've been
stupid
told.
law is that?
Shame nobody told the beast roaming around. Vrach me to the one who kills it.
You wouldn't be talking about the giant bear down by the beach, would you?
You saw the beast, and you still live?
That
Good
bear
news for
wasn't
you,
from
lady.
this world. The vicious pet of some angry god. I sent him back to his owner.
I don't know who you are, warrior. But take this. You've earned it. Now go. Let me bleed in peace.
You want, like, a doctor or anything? Alrighty. Oh, shit, okay. Ooh, level up. I like the sound of that. Starcat says, Blue, would you recommend this game at all? I've been on the fence about it. I would. If you're a viewer of this channel, which I can surmise that you are, I'd say that it's sufficiently in line with your interests. It takes a while to play. It's long. I've been at this every day for several hours a day, and I'm still only in the mid-game. So it's definitely a lot. It'll keep you going for a long time. There's definitely a way that you can kind of beeline the plot. I like how kind of the horsehair crest wiggles a little bit. But I would recommend it.
If a law is truly just, is it not knowable through deduction alone?
Hey, Socrates.
Seeing you on Delos sets my heart at ease. So tell me, how was your encounter with the rebellious prisoner?
You never told me he was an extremist lunatic.
But who am I to judge what is too much or too crazy? Are we not both at some point or another?
He would have thrown you and your philosophies into the sea.
Perhaps when I was thinner, both in weight and philosophy. So,
Ooh, a self-compliment and a self-burn. That's
The
amazing.
rebel had guards. I relieved them.
Interesting. You thought the life of a thief and a murderer was worth more than that of soldiers doing their duty.
I wasn't even thinking about
Oh,
it,
Red,
to
come
be
on,
honest.
give Socrates
And what
some
of the
slack.
rebel?
He
She's
died.
dead. Probably for the best.
Best for Delos, best for the rebellion, or best for you?
Yes.
I know how the side quest plays out. Best for everybody.
Our choices are like ripples on water. They seem tiny and insignificant at the beginning, but they can become devastating tidal waves by the time they run their course.
It's a pleasure, Socrates. I can always count on you to give me a devastating headache.
The pleasure is mine, Cassandra. Hope to see you around the symposiums again.
Don't hold your breath.
No, oh.
True wisdom lies not in knowing what to say, but in knowing when to say nothing at all.
Bye, Socrates. I'll miss you forever. Yeah, okay. They did a really good job with Socrates in this game. I do respect the fact that they made him an unbearable asshole. That's a good reflection of what he was like. He did everything he could to go out of his way to annoy the shit out of you to prove a point. Famously in the Apology written by Plato, a recounting of the trial of Socrates, he was given the option to take an exile. Sorry, no, that's not correct. Give me a second. Shrine of Heracles. Okay. He, let's hop in here and see what's up. He was put on trial, and he was found, guilty. There we go. He was found guilty of being annoying. And the way that Athenian justice systems work is that when you're found guilty, both sides propose a punishment, and then the court, the jury votes on it. So they vote on guilt and then they vote on punishment. It's not where in modern politics a judge determines the punishment after the jury has decided on guilt. It's interesting, and there's a little bit of gaming to it. A lot of people would try to trade exile for death and stuff, and try to game theory it out to get the least terrible punishment available that the jury would still go for. So you have to sort of strategize it out a little bit, because if you really give yourself a lowball punishment, the jury's going to say no and give you what the prosecution wants to give you, which is usually death or exile. So it was an interesting system. But what happened was Socrates was... Did I just do the cave? Okay, I just did the cave. Socrates said, okay, well, if you want me to tell you what I think my verdict should be, you want me to tell you what I think I deserve, well, I deserve to be put up in the fanciest hotel in Athens and have my meals provided to me for free, because I do this city a goddamn service for all of the philosophical question asking I do. And at this point you can tell he's just, taking the piss, trying to get his audience as riled up as possible. And then the other option of death became infinitely more palatable to the jury. Let's go this way. Actually, let's go over here and then sloop back over to, what's the word? To Mykonos. So, that way. Cool. Red says, Socrates, lol, just a social experiment, bro. It was a prank. You, sir. You alright? Oh, sorry. Didn't want to knock you off the cliff. That would have been mean. I love that now that I have almost complete immunity from fall damage. Or no, I have complete immunity from fall damage. Who am I kidding? I can just jump off of anything, and Cassandra does a really cool flip. It's fun. Come on. Child of Slanesh says, I want to watch you at the perfectly accurate way the battles are fought. I sense you are aware of how perfectly inaccurate these battles in this game are. Oh my god, no sharks? What? That's amazing. It's my lucky day. Ooh, cleaning ships. Yeah, no, it's really bad. It's just a bunch of dudes out on a field. For one, the Athenians... Turtles! Yo! That's so cool! No, come back! Oh, fuck you, Call of Duty Next Gen Fish AI, you ruined this for me. Anyway. What was I saying? Oh, the battles. Perfectly, totally accurate, nothing wrong with them. The fact that they're fighting out in a giant, open mess is one thing. But the fact that, yo, it's a manta ray! Dude! It looks so happy! Aw. Take a picture. The fact that they're fighting a big battle like that at all, and that Athens is even trying to show up to a land battle with Sparta is completely historically untenable. There's, I think, only one land battle that the Athenians entered into with Sparta, and they won because they had naval support. I forgot the name of the battle. It happened around 10 years into the war. It was concluded by the peace of... Was that the peace of Nicias or the peace of something else? I don't know. Sunken wreck of Dentis. Oh, I can be found buried with a large pile of hay. Don't care. Bandits, male. Okay. Bandits, female. Sure. I rescued a bunch of people trapped in a box underwater. That's what I'm here for. Ta-da! Cool, heavy Athenian bracers. I dig it. But anyway, whatever I was talking about, I forget sometimes. Oh, it's 2 o'clock. I should probably eat soon. I'll finish this up. We're getting close. Onward to glory. If Athenians didn't do land battle, how would they conquer other cities without getting into a land battle? Good question. A lot of the other cities that they held control over were seaports and islands, which they could just conquer by showing up to blockade them. The important thing to note here is the Athenians couldn't beat the Spartans, but they could still beat pretty much everyone else, with a small handful of exceptions. The Athenian army was still, nothing to scoff at. It wasn't the Spartans. Which is why, my ship's getting a little beat up, which is why they still were able to amass the kind of empire they did, mostly through conquest and sea battles and the like, even if they could still never go toe-to-toe with Sparta herself. Seamless. So smooth. Let's show the Athenians who's boss, with some Spartan crew members, shall we? Elite Spartans is cool, and I have 2 ability points. Whoa! Let's get some more. Can I do the more sneaky sneak? No, I can't do the more sneaky sneak. No. More Sparta kick? No. Let's do the bull rush. It's usually good to have. Oh. It's the same one. Yeah. Anything else? Yeah, that's going to be useful. Let's not die. Okay, cool. To the other side of the island. Red says 4 words, horse on a boat. Just ask 302, Rise of an Empire. Don't get me started on that pile of garbage.
Speed up!
It's bad. Like, Troy does a lot of stuff wrong, but it's at least... I don't know. They're both in this weird realm where it's, like, a lot of the... oh, look at all those Spartans. That's so cool. Where a lot of the basic points and the basic facts are fine enough, but it's just... the way it's presented is so weird and wrong. Like, the Battle of Thermopylae happened, yeah, but... Persians are super misrepresented, and monsters and stuff like that. It's just, it's not actively horrible, but if it's the only thing that anyone knows about Greece, that's not good. Okay, where am I going? Come on, load up. Come on, game. There we go. Alright. Let's do that. Cure with a cause. Find our way over there. Oh, it's up on the temple. Okay. The horse probably won't be useful, but let's, horse on a boat, why not horse in a temple complex? Hello. Okay, just as I expected, there's not a lot of This horse is not useful. I'm sorry, Phobos. Maybe another time. Anna asks, I noticed that all the Athenian stuff is painted blue in the game. Is that an accurate thing? I heard blue dyes were really hard to come across in the ancient Greek world. Blue dyes are really hard to come across for most of history, so you're right. The whole Athens is blue, Sparta is red thing is a shorthand that I would love to know where it came from, but I genuinely do not know. If you look up okay, I've really got myself turned around here. If you look up the artifacts of the ancient world that we have, obviously the paint's all scuffed off. Whoop! But I think that was made up after the fact, just for simplicity.
Podarkis' guards will have to fight with their fists and on empty stomachs from now on.
Excellent.
So what will you do once Podarkis is dead and the rebellion is won?
The sad truth is I have no idea. For as long as I can remember, every day has been a struggle to live, to love. Vengeance has all but consumed me. And what will Cassandra do once this is over?
Let's see. Do we want to be Commander Shepard and bang everybody? You know what? Why not? Report to the ship as soon as possible. Well, bang, okay?
I was hoping when the smoke clears we could find somewhere quiet.
I've banged Alcibiades twice already.
Exactly
it's true to form. Complicated
I
past.
know you've
Why
struggled
not?
to get where you are. You've had to fight and claw for everything you have. I know, because I've done the same.
We're survivors. I'm glad the gods brought you to our shores, Cassandra. Some time alone would be nice. You must have many tales.
It's time we got going. When Podarkis learns of what happened on
Also,
Delos,
that's Menelaus'
he'll
face
want
on my
revenge.
shoulder. Or
And
not
the
Menelaus,
first to
Agamemnon.
suffer will be the Delians.
Here.
That armor is called the Ancient King armor, but it's based on a design from... Alright, where am I going now? It's based on a design from a mask that we found from an archaeological site at Troy, which may or may not have been faked. Not entirely sure. But, okay, call to arms. Talk to Spartan Polemarch, Hades, Mithridates. Alright, so I will... Alright, let's fight. But it's cool that they include little details like that in fun ways. The reason that people think the mask might have been faked is because it looks a little bit suspiciously like... okay, let's... Is this, Kira? Yeah. Looks a little bit suspiciously like the guy who found it, and a lot of his stuff has been proven as fakes, but not all of it, so we don't know what's real and what's not.
He'll hurt most.
His kidneys?
Did I just spit take in that poor man's eye?
It's good to see you, Kira.
It's only been
Since you
5
came
whole
here,
seconds.
I've actually started to believe we can win this rebellion. So, you were saying we strike?
Guards protect the island's treasury in one location. If we find it and steal it, the soldiers go unpaid, unfed, and unarmed. Podarkis will finally be vulnerable.
Then we can stick our blades in between his ribs, feed his liver to the dogs.
Sure.
Before we start feeding organs to animals, can you get me to the nation's purse?
Am I gonna have to go back
Our
across the
spies
island?
have located it in Mithridates fort.
Nah.
I'll have Praxis gather the troops.
It's best if it's just the two of us. Easier to sneak in and out undetected.
Easier to bang, but that comes
You
later.
just want me all to yourself, don't you? Let's get going then. Victory is close. I can feel it.
We haven't
Bleeding hearts
won
and
yet.
stolen money.
The
Jeez.
fort will be treacherous, and the gods can be fickle.
It was the gods who sent you to me. I refuse to believe they'd send you here to die. So what do you think of our islands?
I think I prefer Mykonos. I really don't like you shedding blood on Delos.
Where am I going? No. Ah, Yes, that.
Priests are so
Cool.
terrified of desecrating the sacred grounds of Apollo.
Oh, it's that
We've
way.
been about to give birth or shipped over to Mykonos.
What happens if they don't make it to shore?
Both the
Okay,
babies.
you know what? Fine. Fine, Kira, have it your way. Whoops. Sorry, just let me run into this cart. Nope. Just keep running. If we don't make eye contact, the professor won't ask us a question. That almost never works. I've talked to professors who have, like, an entire set of strategies that they go through for how to get students to answer questions, and looking down and not making eye contact is not a valid way to avoid that most of the time. Come on, there we go. Let's steal some cash.
I'll keep an eye out for him, and don't you die on me.
We're gonna play a game called There's a Knife in Your Throat. Good game. Someone says no one can defeat Knife Wife. That's funny. Oh.
I need to be careful.
Woohoo! Bye. I should probably scope this place out a little bit better than I have. Okay. There's a lot of dudes. Let us go this way. Sweet. Nope, come on, get up. There we go.
This fort has seen better days. I should have spent some of that silver on upkeep.
Yeah, but all that silver went to the Parthenon. That's the whole point. We were talking about this earlier. Oh, all the money. It's gold and it's mine, mine, mine. Bronze chestplate. That looks cool. Is it cool? It is cool. Ooh. I like that. It's a little worse, but the assassin damage is sweet. I like the color coordination. No. King's Bracers, those are... eh. These? No, these. Okay. Sweet. Let's go steal some more stuff. Can I break the store down? No. Darn it. Whoops. Parkour! Where am I? Aha, over there. Please tell me it's inside. Come on. Is there a treasure chest I saw? Oh, it's down there. Come on, let me jump down. Okay. Love loot. Let's see. Dream Whisperer says, what's your overall impression of the game? It's very fun. I've been enjoying it a lot. It's got a couple things that I wish they could have done better. But overall, from a historical perspective, it's really nice. From just a gameplay perspective, I think it's fun. I wish they could have cut some of the faff down a little bit, but I recognize that they're trying to build a really big game. So I understand that. But I'm really enjoying it.
Done. Kira's going to want to see this.
Yeah, where's Kira, by the way? Return to Kira. Oh, she's over there. No, don't climb inside. Hey, hurt yourself. Sprain an ankle. Oh wait, can I kill this guy by kicking him? You fucking bet we can kill this guy by kicking him. Oh, that was amazing. I got noticed, but that was worth it. Oh, beautiful. Oh man, he really went flying.
Cassandra, there you are. Good news, I hope.
I'm
When the
rich.
people of Delos discovered Podarkis lost every coin of their nation's treasure, they're going to rip him to pieces.
You weakened Athens' grip over Delos, exposed Podarkis, and made way for a Spartan alliance. I could kiss you.
I don't see anything.
Stubborn, arrogant, glory-hungry Spartan.
But his abs, though.
But behind all the bronze and brawn, there's a man I could see by my side when this is all over. If we survive.
The two of you fighting Athenians on the beach sounds romantic. I'd hate to interfere.
Uh-oh. Okay, that could have been worse. Report to the ship.
We should probably move. They're going to come looking for us.
I don't think I've ever really said thank you for coming here. You've given us hope. I'll go back to the hideout. But if you keep this up, Podarkis is as good as dead. I may finally know peace.
Cassandra's like, no, who will I smang now? That's an old YouTube reference for you. The video Let Me Smang It, Smash It and Bang. That is funny. That is some funny shit, that video is. Where to? Goddess of the Hunt. Cool, that sounds fun. Ta-da. I haven't spoken to Thalatos once. I mean, like, once, but not more than that. Kevin O'Neill says, alright, I've got a dip. Live stream or die stream, boy. Thank you, Kevin. I appreciate all of your super chat donations and your rogue separatist Discord chat. Hope you had fun. I'm also probably going to cut this pretty much as soon as we... Oh, no. Shit. Cool. Can I talk?
I'm looking for Kira.
Not here. Gone hunting. Once you're with her, she said.
I'm in. Where is she?
Praying to the gods for a good hunt. The altar of Artemis, east from here, on the north bit of Tavern Point.
Thanks.
Cool. Goddess of the Hunt. Nope. Let's get a horse. Red says, me too, big guard guy. Wants you with her. Quote, hell yeah. Hello? There we go. Molly Stewart says, Artemis is going to be pissed about all them dead bears. That is true. I don't know why I'm doing a quest to gain honor from her by murdering animals.
Guide my bow. I pray to you with all my heart that Cassandra doesn't scare off the animals with her heavy footsteps.
I thought
That's
I
funny.
was being quiet.
If
That explains
was
why I'm
you
so
being
bad at stealth in
quiet,
this
we
game.
have nothing but trampled grass to eat for dinner.
Nice altar.
The flowers remind me of sweeter days. But your real concern should be...
Okay, Red's right.
how
Artemis
skilled
does
are you
respect
with
skilled
her?
hunters. That makes sense.
I've
Let's be
seen
nice.
you hunt. You don't need my help.
Oh, I bet you capture any prey you lock those sharp eyes with.
Sounds like a challenge.
I don't know where this is going,
Come,
but
the apex is swift. We're
ibex,
not
is
going
that
to catch any by
is that like a
standing and
deer?
chatting.
I don't know my animals very well. Okay. Reach the hunting grounds. So how about you follow me?
Same for me. I started by catching and cooking rodents.
They make a good soup.
Kira, lady,
How
come
far
on.
we've come.
Help me out here. Come on, Kira. Really? Are you stuck behind a column? Oh, you're fighting someone. Okay. Oh no! Oh no! Oh my god! Did I just... Oh! I just murdered Kira! Hey, Kira, so about, me... Where the hell are you going? Oh, okay. Maybe now we can get to the objective.
Move.
Oh my gosh. You're worse than a Pharah player in Overwatch. I kid. Pharahs do good work. Besides, I don't know how the meta works these days. What? Okay. That's a wolf. I need an ibex. Who are you? Are you a cultist? I'm so confused. We're kind of in the middle of something here. Nice. There we go.
Isn't it beautiful? It is. Now show me how you use that bow.
Okay, where on earth are these ibexes? Well, that combat wasn't helpful. Really? There's nothing here. Okay, oh, there's one over there. Perfect. Do I have a thing? No, I don't.
This was a great idea. I'm glad you invited me.
I'm glad you accepted.
Come on, Icarus. More ibexes. Awesome. Red says, this is date goals TBH. Hunting wild animals to appease the goddess Artemis before committing widespread murder in the sake of rebellion.
My people will be well fed.
Saturday
and the gods
stuff,
will
you know?
have their sacrifice, thanks to you.
You're a great hunter. Why did you actually want me here?
Don't be naive. There's something between us, even though
Oh,
I know
okay.
I shouldn't act on it.
That's where this is going.
Because you love Thaletas.
Or at least I thought I did, until you arrived. The hunt clears my mind, to reflect on the words that passed between us.
Is that a good thing?
I know a spot down by the water. It's quiet. We'd be alone. What do you say?
I say knife wives forever.
There's no ibexes here.
What's that supposed to mean? Oh, am I lagging? Uh-oh.
You can bring that to your people. These
I got a
islands
notification
deserve
that my my stream is being a
So
little
do
laggy.
you.
I hope
What
it's not
about you?
I hope it's not bad.
My journey isn't over yet. But I may settle down someday.
You can do many things, Mistios, but settle down, I'm not so sure.
Another challenge?
Okay, after the next like mission, I should probably actually go leave and eat food.
No. So I finally get to the beach and find this giant bear had eaten this crew of smugglers.
A bear? My Callisto, what did you do?
Well, I killed it. What else could I do? It would have torn me to shreds.
I'm starting to think no one is safe from that spear of yours. And what of the woman?
Oh, I spared her. She's probably halfway to Laconia by now.
Why is it so easy to talk with you?
It's the wine. Let's be nice.
Been through similar struggles.
Callisto, by the way, is one of the only explicitly sapphic women in mythology. She's seduced by Zeus, shapeshifted to look like Artemis. That's amazing. I had no idea. Thank you, Red, for saying that.
Under the stars.
Nah, no. Why get all the way here just to leave? That's almost worse. And demonetized. Easy as that. I mean, it could be worse. I could have sung Hercules, then I really would have gotten demonetized. Red says, this is so extraordinarily gay and I am here for it. My favorite thing to ever come out of the Assassin's Creed Odyssey press cycle is an article from, I think, Kotaku that says, that's a good shot, I'm going to screenshot that. It says, Assassin's Creed Odyssey lets you be as gay as you want. And ain't that the fucking truth.
Is definitely my favorite island.
And you're my favorite, Mistios.
We should probably keep this to ourselves. I don't advocate adultery.
In time, he will. For now,
I do advocate knife wives. That's the difference here. That's the important thing.
First.
Double demonetized. How many copyright strikes before YouTube murders you? They literally come to your... Oh my god. Oh. Okay, didn't expect that. After a certain amount of strikes, YouTube will literally send Larry Page to come to your house and beat you up. Okay. Now, what am I doing? Let's wrap this up. I really need to go eat food. Is it here? The Thalatos way? Or Call to Arms? Okay, yeah. Let's fight the battle and then let, oh, come on. And then let, our girl Kira, knife wife forever, deal with Podarkis. Let's see. Quest completed, get laid, from Kayla. Yep. Pretty much. Now let's, complete the quest where we murder every Athenian in sight.
Apparently the commanders ordered us to march by night. Eagle Bearer, my name is Herodianos, second to Thalatas.
Let's try this again.
The dogs of war howl for blood. And thanks to you, Sparta now howls back.
Sounds like a lot of howling.
Fight with us! Together we'll run our shields through their skulls and spears through their hearts.
I'd be honored.
Someone says, Rose says, kiss time instantly leads to murder time. Here's the thing, sex is just the foreplay to conquest. That's really how this works. We've all seen Game of Thrones, we know how this ends. That's the real play here. John Mayfield says we make love and now we make death. Yes. Red says, whoops, gotta go eat food, but have fun, play nice, smooch girls, bye. That's the goal. Bye, Red. Everybody say bye to Red. Okay. Where's the new captain? Over there. Hey, buddy. No, out of the way. Come on, die. So yeah, this is really bad because nothing even remotely like this would have likely ever happened in a Greek battle, because there's not a phalanx in sight. People are just wailing around on each other. It's really a mess. Like, I get that this makes it much easier to play, but it's difficult. And the Athenians would have never stood a single chance in an outright fight against the Spartans like this. Lighting looks gorgeous, though. That's cool. Let's kill you. Woo. Wow, that does a whole lot of damage. The hero strike is really something. Nick says phalanx combat would basically be a pseudo button mashing video game in Assassin's Creed. You're right, and there's really no way to do phalanx combat in an interesting manner in an Assassin's Creed game. So I get why they did what they did, but it is unfortunate that it ends up being so inaccurate. Oh, he looks not fun. Okay. Someone pointed out in one of the earlier streams that all of these guys basically eat knives for breakfast. It's pretty funny that, like, literally, I can wail on this guy for ages and he's still just kicking. Alrighty, we're getting close. I should probably equip my spear. It seems like it's probably more useful. Nope, I said spear. This is fun. Where's the next captain? I gotta go rough some people up. Aha! Kill the enemy battle polemarch. Polemarch comes from the Greek word polemos, which means war, and archos, which means power. That's not what I wanted to do. So basically, he's the war power guy, or the war leader. Sorry, archos doesn't mean power. It means like political power, like a guy who's in control. So he's the war general, essentially. Someone asks, are these weapons historically accurate? Did they use things other than spears and swords in war, even outside of it, like maces and such? I'm not sure about a lot of the weapons in here. Oh, there we go. Game over. Yeah. The spears and swords are accurate. There would have been weapons coming in from a lot of different places in Greece. The bows are of course, bows. Those were used. Yay, I get things. But the maces, the clubs, I really don't know. I haven't seen anything to indicate that that would have been a common weapon used by anyone in an army. So, but it's what am I doing? Nope, Darkest Cultist Crew. Okay, where to now? Do I get to kill him? Please tell me I get to kill him. Wait, is Podarches not dead? Oh, okay, there we go. I knew I did this in the right order. Let's do this, finish up, and then... Oh, I guess Podarches is a cult member, okay. Yeah, I'm really late on the draw to this one. Gosh, how long have I been going for? 4 hours? Wow. Or no, 3 hours, okay. That's not too bad. That's about right. Oh, this... It's not where I'm going. Oh, I'm going to the temple, aren't I? Okay. Yeah. If any of you guys have any last questions about Delos, about Greece, about the history in general, ask away. I will do my best to answer them before we finish up. Come on. In we go. What?
I should stay hidden if I don't want to.
Oh, are they just gonna make me kill him right now? Okay. Hey, buddy. Uh-oh. Surprised they still make me kill Podarkes. I thought that, Kira, Knife Wife in Chief, wanted to be the one who kills him. Oh well. Why is there a random lady fighting? I don't want to kill you, lady. Are the temples accurately represented? They were supposedly heavily painted. Yes, these temples are all really solid because it shows building materials in materials, it shows temples made from materials other than just the classic, you know, marble. There are temples made out of wood, there are temples made out of, like, stones and stuff of the sort.
There is a trunk you can hide under where we won't find
Okay, cool.
You are the snakes who hide. I'm going to bury you so deep, only Hades will find you.
Sparta kicks all around. Let me join. Whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. Whoop. I kind of want to keep kicking him. So yeah, Greek temples were painted. They were made out of tons of different materials, and that's shown very accurately in this game. Oh man. Sparta! Oh, come on, you're no fun.
That was for my family, Makaraka.
Talk. Oh, okay, so then we capture him. Alright, alright.
daughter. She should have killed me herself.
That's honestly what I was
She's
thinking.
not your daughter anymore.
Cool. Great. Alrighty. Now there's a last little mission here, where I presume that everything wraps up all nice and neatly. Yes? Okay, cool. Oh, and I didn't even have to kill Thalatos. Great, I know that's one of the things that you can sometimes get railroaded into doing, is killing Thalatos. Goes through what Pumpkin says, while Athens and Sparta threw punches, was the rest of Greece not like...
the Delos Islands know freedom.
Okay.
But where's Kira?
Were they
like
like,
Hercules
oh, this
chance
again,
to
or
break
were they
with their
willingly
troops?
taken aside? Some of them took sides willingly, some of them didn't. Basically, most places in the Greek world that had any strategic value were gobbled up by either Sparta or Athens.
To the ferryman alone.
If Podarkes were my family, I'd have tied him to a tree and left him to rot.
You and many others on Delos.
Christina asks, favorite Greek food? Souvlaki. I cannot get enough of those delicious pork skewers. They're very tasty, especially if you season them right. Oh man, there's a restaurant not too far from me that's got really good Greek
When
food.
you do, remind him. I still plan to tell him how I lost this eye.
And the crew? Ready to sail?
On your order. But first, let the crew enjoy a drink and a song. You deserve one too.
Ted asks, would... oh, what? Two different places. What's this? Huh. Two of them. Well, I'll go there. Bounty hunters. Oh yeah, because I kind of killed the leader of the place. Right. Let's sneak our way around and avoid that. Would horses been common in ancient Greece or not? I think they were. They were around. Egypt had horses. Most of the Mediterranean had horses. Greeks had cavalry. One of my professors had a universal rule of Greek cavalry, which is it gets better the further south you go, or sorry, the further north you go. So the Macedonians had really great cavalry. The Athenians had, okay cavalry, and the Spartans had absolute trash shit tier cavalry. How would a commoner become a senator? I have no idea. That's a good question.
For the ferryman.
She looks angry. Or sad.
Go now. Into the river of black night and embrace the boundless gloom. You shall wander, obscure even in the house of Hades, flitting among the suddenly dead.
That's a screenshot.
You shouldn't have to say goodbye alone.
I'm glad I'm not alone. I've wanted to watch him burn for so long. Now that it's happened, I thought I'd feel peace.
And what do you feel?
I used to feel vengeful. Now, empty.
Yeah, vengeance doesn't work. Find a new purpose. Hey, Adam, what's up? How much longer will you be streaming for? Minutes. But this video is going to go live on the channel as soon as it finishes processing, so the whole thing should be up for you, like, hopefully half an hour, depending on the internet speeds.
And I need them. We're rebels with nothing left to rebel against. They need me now more than ever. Thank you.
Knife wives forever. Let's go to the celebration.
Kira, he's gone. Your rebels are waiting.
They're celebrating. Let's celebrate with them.
Knife wife. Oh man, whoever came up with that pun, props to you. Kudos, because that is amazing. Someone says, what an awkward hug. It's a pre-Christian side hug. Oh, do I have to go down? Oh no, okay, I know where this is going. I want to eat lunch. Oh well. Okay, let's ruin Thelitas' day.
Theletas? What are you doing out here?
Sulking, brooding.
Praying. This was my time, Cassandra!
What?
This glory was supposed to be mine, but you took everything from me! You took Podarkis, you took these islands, you took Kira, my love!
But knife wives!
Be reasonable, Theletas.
I tried to be reasonable. I am not reasonable. I am Spartan!
That's good dialogue.
For honor!
Oh, I don't have any adrenaline. What? Sorry, buddy. Really sorry. Didn't want to do this. Ow. That looked like it hurt. I do appreciate that enemies' combat roll out of the way when you try to attack them with the bow. Ow, 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 ow. Ooh, ow. got your legs, and your sides, and all the other stab wounds I've given you. Ow, 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 oh. Well, I did nothing. Just keep shooting, just keep shooting. Just keep shooting, shooting, shooting. Oh, not you. Sorry, buddy. Really? Okay, first I'm gonna pay off my debts because I don't want this to go on any longer than it has to. Because there are several bounty hunters converging on my position. Let's see if I can run away. Ow. Let's piece the fuck out of here. No, but I think I can run away. Am I hidden now? Yes. Okay. Well, let's run. Someone asks, did Athens ever get into conflict with Carthage? To my knowledge, no. Room 120 times says you get to spend 24 hours with anybody alive or dead. Who is it? I would chat with Machiavelli for a full 24 hours. He's the coolest dude. I would love that. Oh my gosh, are they eye friends? Oh gosh.
I thought you were itching to get off Delos.
Oh jeez.
Me too. But I met someone and...
Cassandra!
Oh no.
You know Iola?
She's a friend.
We're friends. But she told me she was leaving the islands.
Well, I went to the fountain by the sanctuary to get my arm cleaned up.
And I went to pray. That's when I saw her with my good left eye.
And I saw your pretty face with my good right eye.
Oh, I don't know if this is cute or horrible. Yeah, oh jeez. You know what? Let's just let him have it.
Cute.
The stink of roasting sacrifices, the sweaty bodies of pilgrims coming to pray. It was perfect.
Love hits
But none of us, you've got some stuff to figure out.
It sounds like you're part of the family now. You've lost your crew and your ship. Why not join us on the Adrestia? We could use someone like you.
You could use me. Well, a life of freedom, water at our feet, wind at our backs. What do you think, Varney?
Varney, oh no! Barney, oh jeez.
We set off soon. Be on deck when we do.
Oh no. Okay, let's please, dear God, wrap this up.
You look ready to go.
Yes.
Odarkis is gone, Kira's with her rebels, and I have other targets to hit.
Then we sail. But first, I may have told Kira you'd give a speech to the rebels before saying goodbye.
I'll give a
Let's
speech.
say goodbye.
Sheridan, settle down, settle down.
Kirete is the plural form of Kire, which means hello. Cool fact. You are free. Your job is done. Yeah.
Delians! We have won!
Woo.
But now the real work begins! You must build a new home. A fair home. One where cruel people like Podarkis can never rise to power.
And now, a toast to Cassandra, to victory!
To live streaming. Which, this is probably the time I should say thank you all for watching, because this is fun for me. I say it every time at the end, but
Though I think some of the rebels like fighting more than rebuilding.
that sounds about right.
I think they liked it.
Of course.
Yeah,
Who wouldn't?
dialogue.
I'll round up the crew. See you back at the ship?
Yep. Fantastic. Oh, look at my perfectly matching bronze armor. This is awesome. Alrighty. That is probably as good a place as any to leave because I'm going to eat food and do some more work for the rest of the day. But thank you all so much for watching. I enjoy doing this. I hope you enjoy watching it. Good screenshot. I'm going to get that. Oh, no, it changed it just the wrong time. But this is always a treat for me.
You looking to join our crew?
Please.
I've just come to see
Damn
you
it.
off. I sail on a merchant ship in the morning.
May Poseidon calm the waves. Barnabas, is the Adrestia ready to sail?
The crew are in fine spirits, if a little hungover. But the ship is ready.
Good. I only wish we weren't leaving Kira alone to rebuild her home.
Are any
Wife
of us
forever.
truly alone, who have our friends and allies beside us?
Exactly. Do you remember what you told me when you first set foot on these sands?
That we were here to finish a job.
That's what we set out to do. And that's precisely what you did. They don't call you the mighty Mystios for nothing.
No one calls me that.
Who called
There
me
we
that?
go. Cassandra and I are always on the same page with
Now
this kind
then,
of stuff.
it's time we give the crew some orders. Where do we sail to next?
To adventure.
The world is ours and the wind is at our backs.
Out of character,
We
but
sail for adventure, Barnabas.
let's not spoil
Just
anything.
As we always do.
Okay, great, cool. Thank you all for watching. Bye bye.